With only 2 more episodes of Season 2 left, I can feel this season is ramping up to an absolutely insane finale, so I figured we'd take a look at next week's trailer to see what could be in store. Unlike my episode breakdowns, be warned, this video will contain book spoilers, and if you haven't seen the trailer yet, I've left a link to it in the description below. Now let's get into it. Well, it looks like Rhaenyra has caught up to the dragon rider spotted riding Seasmoke over Spicetown. She's here having ridden her own dragon, Syrax. And it's no secret that the other rider is Adam of Hull, who we saw chased down by Seasmoke last episode. Dragons are tricky creatures, and there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason why they allow some to be riders and not others. However, with Laenor being Seasmoke's last rider and Adam being Laenor's half-brother, it's possible Seasmoke could detect similar blood to his old master. Rhaenyra states that he's riding a dragon of House Targaryen, and this seems like a threat. It implies Seasmoke is owned by them even though he doesn't have a rider. Rhaenyra wants to make sure that Adam doesn't go over to the Greens and asks him what he wants. I doubt Adam would ever side with the Greens anyway, considering his brother and father are going off to war for Team Black, but that doesn't mean he can't profit from his new acquisition. In his scenes with Alan, Adam mentions getting closer to Corlys so they can reap the vast wealth and perhaps even get closer to the Driftmark throne, so if there's something he wants, it will probably be riches. However, he could go one step further and demand that Corlys acknowledge him and his brother are his children. Alicent somewhere other than King's Landing. This would suggest this is some kind of dream. With her and Helena almost killed by a mob last episode, I doubt they'd let her out. Is this a normal dream? Has she been poisoned? Or could it be the result of that cut she received after escaping the mob? We'll see Alicent in a white dress wade into this lake. It's all got a very dreamlike feel to it. At first I thought this could be the God's Eye, and it still might be, but in this shot here we can see the God's Eye, which appears to be a lot larger and choppier. Here's Oscar Tully outside the gates of Harrenhal. A few episodes ago, Daemon met with the young lord whose hands were tied due to his liege lord still being alive. But now that Grover Tully has kicked the bucket, it seems that Oscar has come to smooth out the mess Daemon has caused between the Bracken and Blackwoods. This will probably end up sorting itself out, as we'll see this image of Daemon overlooking his army outside Harrenhal. Here we have Rhaenyra's crown shown to Daemon, so this is most likely another dream sequence. He's been struggling with dreams pertaining to his desire for the crown, so it seems they will continue next episode. Simon Strong leads Daemon and Oscar Tully to the Weirwood courtyard of Harrenhal, the same location Alice Rivers told Daemon, "You will die in this place." In the book, Daemon dies in the battle above the God's Eye against Aemon. God's Eye is the lake just to the south of Harrenhal. It looks as though a whole host of various lords from the Riverlands have made their way here. With Oscar telling Daemon he's made a mess of things with various war crimes, Oscar is likely to come here and clean it up. You might ask yourself, why are they doing this outside? The believers of the old ways would often do significant events such as pacts or oaths in front of a weirwood tree, as it was believed the old gods watched through the eyes of the tree. So we could be seeing the houses pledge for Rhaenyra here. In attendance, we can see Lady Mallister calling for justice. The Mallisters, one of the houses under Tully, ends up siding with Rhaenyra, and their Lord Jorah dies in the Battle of the King's Road to Lord Boros Baratheon, who we saw sided with the Greens after Aemon agreed to marry one of his daughters. At the small council, Master of Laws Jasper Wilde reads a message stating that Aemon's younger brother, Daeron, who was mentioned last episode, has taken flight on his dragon. We have yet to see Daeron or his dragon Tessarion. Last episode mentioned that House Beesbury had commenced an attack on the Hightowers, and in the book it is Daeron riding Tessarion that turns the tide of the battle and leads to a Hightower victory. Aemon here heading out to the Red Keep on horseback. There are people running for cover in the background. It's possible a dragon has been seen and he's making haste to the dragon pit to get on Vhagar to defend the city. Or perhaps Criston or Daeron is in trouble and he's making his way there. We do get a shot of him riding Vhagar at the end of the trailer. Here we have Rhaenyra alongside Mysaria and Laurent Marbrand. She's wearing the same outfit as when she addresses the potential dragon riders, so she's probably giving them a good look over. Jace here raising a really interesting question. If anyone can lay claim to a dragon, then what's so special about Targaryen blood? It's kind of an existential question. The Targaryens have gone on for centuries believing they're superior because they have this blood that allows them to ride dragons. But if that isn't true, it throws a lot of things into question. With Adam having acquired Seasmoke, what new riders will be out there? Here we have a few white-haired individuals getting on ships. If word gets out about the call for dragon riders, people will flock from all over the land to Dragonstone in an attempt to claim a dragon for themselves and riches along with it. It's a bit tough to make out the dragons next to Jace here, but if I were to hazard a guess, that's Syrax and Seasmoke after their little sortie. Here we have a bunch of people coming to Dragonstone. I'm guessing this is more potential dragon riders, or it could be lords coming to pledge to Rhaenyra if she's got her standing army up and running. In the Team Black trailer, we see Adam, Ulf, and Hugh, who are all victorious at claiming dragons. Adam Seasmoke, Ulf Silverwing, and Hugh Vermithor. Mysaria at Dragonstone, who knows what could be going on here, especially after her makeout sesh with Rhaenyra. Alan of Hull in House Velaryon garb. It looks as though he's taken on that first mate position next to Corlys. He has a message for someone, maybe it's Corlys. Rhaenyra addresses a crowd saying with these dragons, peace will be restored. Behind her is Vermithor, one of Dragonstone's unclaimed dragons. So she's likely in front of a bunch of people looking to claim this dragon. In the Weeks Ahead trailer, we get this shot of some white-haired individuals gathered with Vermithor in the background, so Rhaenyra's on her way out before the bloodbath begins. In the book, Vermithor, who was last ridden by Jaehaerys, gets claimed by Hugh Hammer. Hugh has seen how things have fallen apart in King's Landing. He also has a sick child. As desperate as he is, I could see him making the trek to Dragonstone to claim this dragon. The last time we saw Vermithor was when Daemon sang to him at the end of Season 1. Here we have Rhaenyra's lady-in-waiting, Elinda Massey, making her way through the streets of King's Landing. There are a bunch of gold cloaks around her inspecting stuff, so she could be trying to get in or out of the city. Now this is quite interesting. We have a member of the gold cloaks taking down a symbol of a black dragon with a slash of red beneath it. This could potentially be a sign of resistance among the small folk, hence why the guard is taking it down. Here we have Rhaena somewhere in the Vale. There's a procession in front of her, but she's looking back. Last episode, Lady Jane Arryn said Rhaenyra's proposal to have them stay with the Prince of Pentos was accepted, so that's likely where they're headed. However, the show seems to be setting up Rhaena claiming a dragon. We saw the aftermath of a wild dragon's meal, so maybe she's looking back, seeing this as the last chance she may have to claim it. In the book, Rhaena ends up claiming a she-dragon called Morning who hatches from one of the eggs brought to the Vale. If the writers wanted to give Rhaena an adult dragon to add some stakes to future battles, this is definitely one way to do it. If this dragon is indeed wild, meaning it has never been claimed by anyone before, it could be one of three dragons: the Cannibal, Sheep Stealer, or the Grey Ghost. With the season ramping up, things are only going to get bloodier from here on out. But what do you think will happen next? I want to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, and for more bad takes you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThinkStoryYT. Until next time, remember, Daddy loves you very much.